we're going to talk here about per capita, remembering that the words per capita, per implies the division bar, the fraction bar, and capita talks about people. So whatever we're talking about, in this particular example, we're talking about number of TVs per capita. So we're going to put TVs on the top, per is this bar, and then we're going to put the total number of people on the bottom. When we divide, we then have the per capita. So in this case, we have how many TVs? 35,423 TVs in this town. So 35,423 is our numerator in a town of 11,456. So that's how many people we have. So we have TVs over total number of people, and we divide. When we divide those two numbers, we end up with 3.09. So that means we have 3.09 TVs per person in this town. You want to be as specific as possible. That's not worldwide. That is just in this town. All right, let's look at the next one. If there are 32 books in a classroom of 20 students, the number of books per capita. Books per capita. That means we're looking at books per capita means people. So how many books do we have? Well, 32. Okay. How many people do we have? Well, 20. So when I divide 32 divided by 20, I get 1.6. So there are 1.6 books per student in this classroom. That's not school-wide, that's not countrywide, that is in this classroom. In the next one, if the local bookstore had 237 customers on Sunday and sold 55 total magazines that same day, the number of magazines sold per capita at the bookstore on Sunday would be magazines sold per capita. Magazines per capita. Capita means people. So how many magazines? 55. How many people? 237. When I divide those, I get 0.232. So that means we sold 0.232 magazines per customer. And you might think that doesn't make sense, that's less than one. It is less than one. That means that not everybody bought one, right? It averages out that each person would have purchased less than one magazine. All right, Robinson intends to buy 4 large pepperoni pizzas for the students in his math class on the last day in order to celebrate surviving the semester. It's a solid choice, I think. If each large pizza contains 10 slices of pizza and a total of 16 students attend class, find the number of slices per student. So we're talking about slices per student, right? Student because it's people on the bottom. So how many slices are there? Well, there's 4 large pizzas and each one has 10 slices. So 4 times 10 gives me 40 total slices of pizza, and I have 16 students. So when I take 40 divided by 16, I get 2.5. So we have 2.5 slices per student in Robinson's math class. And let's look at the last one. Canada is the king of the donut world, and it has more donut shops per capita than any other country in the world. I find that very interesting. Tim Hortons, the most popular in Canada, has 3,295 locations countrywide in Canada in 2012. If the population was approximately 34.75 million citizens at that time, what was the number of Tim Hortons stores per capita? Okay, so we're looking at Tim Hortons per capita. So Tim Hortons stores per, and then we will call, people. In this case, they call them citizens. So how many Tim Hortons stores did we have? Well, 3,295. How many people did we have? Well, 34.75 million. Remember, million is 6 decimal places, so I could change this. I'm going to go 6 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I divide those, I end up with 0.0000095. So this is how many Tim Hortons stores per Canadian citizen, right? Very, very, very small. And that's per capita.